So let's go into the 50 Cent situation, right? Because 50 saw the video and he decided to repost it.
Right.
And he captioned it, you want me to believe Omar was a stoolie because Sosa said so.
Yeah.
Yes, if I say he ain't
cute.
right, he ain't right.
It was cute. It was cute. That ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? That's what he do. I don't put too much to that. Like, what can you put to that? You know what I'm saying? This was a real situation for me that happened. So by him doing that right there, that's, people like to clown, troll, laugh, whatever you call it. So I don't really take that shit serious anymore. I mean, you know what I'm saying? He keeps putting me on his platform, shit, that just gets me lit.
But you ended up challenging him to a celebrity boxing match, right? What do you say to the people that believe that, he has a history of being a Golden Gloves and was considered for the Junior Olympics?
I mean, listen, man, 3-round celebrity boxing. Look, from my understanding, he got offered there was an offer on the table to give me $1 million and him $2.5 million to fight. 3 rounds, we pick whatever gloves we want, and just 90-second rounds, just 90 seconds. Like, you think I'm not fighting? I'm gonna fight anybody for $1 million for 3 rounds in 90 seconds. Like, I need the $1 million. I'm not, you know what I mean? Get on here and be acting like, yeah. Like, you think I'm not gonna go in there for? Yeah, I need to take care of my kids and family and everything. You think I wouldn't do that for my kids and me and my life? Yeah, why not? I mean, if 50 offered you $1 million to fight him, would you fight him?
Absolutely. And I know I get my ass kicked, but I definitely
it doesn't, as I'm saying, look, listen, as long as you get in the ring and fight, you know what I'm saying? Win, lose, or draw, you coming out with $1 million. You know what I'm saying? So what, I mean, it's boxing. And look, listen, if he was a Golden Gloves and that's dope, then you know what I'm saying, then shit, I would have my work cut out for me. I'm not saying that I'm gonna knock him out or it's gonna be, we're gonna get in there and we're gonna box. I'm doing it for the money. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm 60 years old, man. I'm not, like, I don't want to be a boxer, but if I'm gonna box, I can get a couple of million off it. You think I'm not gonna do it, especially for 3 rounds? I doubt if I could last more than 3 rounds. Boxing is some serious shit. You know what I'm saying? I could probably give you 3, 4 nice rounds. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and what happens, happens. Why wouldn't I?
So, Zeno, right there, you said that, that you need the $1 million, right? And I think that most people...
Don't everybody?
Most people would say the same thing. They need it too, right? But somebody in 50's position, obviously he has lots of money. Can you fault him for not wanting to do something like that?
Absolutely not. No, absolutely not. Nah, I don't... This shit ain't that serious to me, man. Like, it don't be that serious. Like, after I said that, you know what I mean? My life... It was something else. That shit don't be on my mind. You know what I'm saying? Shit, you never know, though. He might have took it. What the hell? You know what I'm saying? And I know there's other guys out there, well, I'll fight you. Like, what people got to understand when it comes to celebrity boxing, if you're not a celebrity, it has to go both ways to get the big money. I just can't box anybody and then expect I don't want to get 50,000. 50,000 is not enough for me to go in and potentially get knocked out. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a potential. Mike Tyson told me, I had a situation, he says, people's faces, our bodies, our craniums wasn't meant for fighting because there's certain places that just get hit a little bit and you going down. So, you know what I mean? Anybody is suspect to get hit in one of those places in your jaw, your temple, somewhere in your, he was pointing them out and you're going down. You know what I'm saying? It's just how it is. We're humans. This is how our bodies are set up. They wasn't set up to get punched and shit. But if I'm gonna go get punched around everything, I want to definitely make sure after I wake up and I might have a bloody nose on me or a black eye from it, then I'm looking at least a half a M. At least a half a M. Nothing less than that. I wouldn't take nothing less than that.
So the incident at the Hit Factory back in the day where 50 got stabbed by Black Child of Murder Inc., right? And you helped 50.
Shout out to Black Boy. I just seen Black in Virginia. That's my dog.
Right. Can you talk about that? Like, what was his aura like when he approached you and asked for help?
No, man, he didn't ask for help. It wasn't even like that. See, I don't hype up shit. See, when Tony Yayo tells the story, he's the hype man. He hypes it up. He lies. It wasn't even like... I've been in way iller situations, you know what I'm saying? Like, he came down, he was calm as didn't even act like he was low-key smiling. Like, he just didn't even act like it was a major thing. I mean, his demeanor was calm. He was talking calm and everything. And you know, he was talking real calm. And I'm sitting playing Madden and he's by the door. And then the conversation, it's not like I didn't even get up from playing Madden. Really, in my mind, I'm wondering why Jesus brought him downstairs because, you know, we got a protocol when we move. We just don't get involved with people's shit. You know what I'm saying? We was strapped up too. We always was. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, but that don't mean that I want problems. That's just so if there's any problems that we ain't caught butt naked. You know what I'm saying? So when he's downstairs in the studio, I'm wondering why he's even, but Jesus brought him down. And, you know, I mean, listen, you know what I'm saying? I had listened to the mixtapes and everything, you know, shit. I was like, okay, yeah, everybody knew about him. I was in New York. He had a buzz. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know Ja ruined him at the time at all. So, he said he got, the one thing that I always think, and I say this, sticks out in my mind, and this is where Tony Yayo's story's different. Tony Yayo said that 50 had this big nickel-plated 40 or 4/5 or something. To my mother, what I got to lie for? This ain't even that serious. Like, the came out, the gun was about as big as his palm. It was like a 38 snub, nasty. Maybe with the wood off. You know those snubs without the handles that just got the iron piece that was probably black taped up? Mm-hmm. He said it had no shells in it. He said that homie dropped the gun. He picked it up. The gun had no shells. Now, I don't know if maybe he thought he was going to get some shells on the way down to the hit factory. Or whoever had the gun, maybe they thought they was going to find some shells. I don't know what the you got a gun with no shells in it for. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, to me, I just was like, look, man, let me just get him up out of here. You know what I'm saying? Before, I don't know what the could happen at this point. The fucking hit factory's only like right up the street. So I don't know what's going on. And I know Jesus didn't either. You know what I'm saying? But that's why you don't really get yourself involved with shit. You know, I stay in my lane when it comes to shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But I called him a car service and then, you know, sent him to the hospital. That was it.
Yeah, because in the past, he's joked that his baby mother has done more damage to him than Murder, Inc. with that stabbing,
yeah,
right?
It didn't look like honestly, it wasn't, I could believe that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna front. Baby mothers be going crazy. Shit. For real, I don't have my issues, but I'm saying it was only like a little cut on the side. It wasn't.
Oh, so he
crazy.
wasn't leaking. He wasn't leaking crazy blood.
Not on the floor, but he was bleeding. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't nah, hell no. Not like how I was leaking when I got shot. Shit, that blood was coming out. That shit looked like a faucet. I was like, oh shit.
Do you,
Elizabeth? Here I come. Yeah, like it wasn't that serious. But again, you know, it's funny when I watch tell their stories. Egos are so out of control, man. Let me tell you something, man. I've been in the streets so long, man. I could tell you so many stories, but for what? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want that to define me. I'm trying to, like, first of all, that's over with. That's in a different lane. Second of all, I'm so glad to God I survived it. And third of all, I'm trying to do some bigger shit. I want to get on here, and all they got is what they did in the streets. And that shit is like, man, that shit is getting played the out, man. These young need to know something else. They need to hear some other stories. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like, everybody's Yosemite Sam, man. Everybody's rooting and tooting. Everybody is, you know what I mean? And listen, man, I done took some shorts in the streets, and I done gave it up in the streets, and everything in between, man. The thing is, I survived it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to glorify that shit and man, you know how many stories I got? I was out every night of my life for 20, 30, 40. Like, come on, there's stories up there, all kind of shit. I could tell you some crazy shit in Boston. But I mean, for what? For what, man? For what? Like, what does it prove? What does it show?
Zeno, let me ask you this, right? So if you were in his position and somebody helped you out in a moment like that, could you ever see yourself trolling that person in the future?
Hell no.
Or do you fault him for defending Eminem?
No. I don't fault him for defaming Eminem. See, I'm a real Eminem signed him. That's his money. So you got to stick by. I get it. This wasn't life or death. This was hip hop battling. 50 did a whole how to rob the industry and talked about everybody. This wasn't, I didn't look at this as beef. I didn't. I didn't look at this as like my life was ever in danger with any of them. I just didn't. And I don't think they did either with me. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But I'm just saying, like, a lot of this shit is just talk, man. Motherfuckers talk, let them talk. Talk don't do nothing, man. And talk on the internet's worse. You know what I'm saying? That shit, nah, man. It's only 24 hours in a day, man. You need other than sleeping, you need all them hours to figure it out. It's rough out here. You gotta get that money. And sitting back, you know what I'm saying, trying to talk about the next man or talk about this, I ain't got time for that shit. I just don't. I don't. Really, honestly, I just think, like, if he didn't sign with M, me and Fifth would be cool, 100%. Because you know what I'm saying? Me and Ja got cool like that. I'm cool with a lot of, you know what I'm saying? Like, like me, like my style, like we never had a problem with not liking us. You know what I'm saying? Unless they was, you and me, you always got that, but I'm saying, other than that, man, like, I'm loved all around this world, man. All through these hoods, loved. And the shit I did for 50, I've done so much for so many people. I've done so much for so many artists. And, like, I think back to, like, not just as far as, like, I've helped a lot of people as far as beef, saved a lot of in Boston, because everybody knew me from all the hoods, so I could be the middle guy. So I had no problem with doing it. But, like, just even artists, you know what I'm saying, just doing shit for them, Source Award shit. A lot of the shit that probably artists benefited from came from me, and they just never knew it. Because I'm in the back, because I'm a street, understanding how street are, and I'm championing them. That was the difference with the Source and me. You had I just wasn't some college. I was an actual street who sold drugs, who was gangbanging, who loved hip hop. So that, who understood, when I got with Dave, understood that there was more to life than just the streets, and got to see how a business worked, and got to learn and be able to transition everything I had from streets and hip hop to business. And, and I was grateful for it. And once I did that, it's like, that street shit's still in me. And sometimes you get, you get triggered to go back, but I don't want that shit no more. I survived that. If I can make it to 60, then what the fuck I gotta be out here beefing with some other for? And I know the internet gets sensitive over shit that people say on the internet, but most of the time when I say shit, there's always some real logic behind it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not no foolish.
What's up? This is Capone. We got more content like this coming soon, so hit that like button, subscribe, and stay locked in to Capone News.